So I had nothing better to do, so I thought I'd review my own work. Well, my work. I mean, Photoshop work. Taking images from obviously pop culture and whatnot. In this case here, Doctor Who with Gary Beekler of Nerd Roddick fame as one of his favorite characters, that being the Doctor, and this being the 10th Doctor, played by David Tennant. And I've used this in different backgrounds, and as I go through these files, I'm sure one of these will probably show up. But the thing of it is I have a lot of different files of when I make one of these, is to go ahead and have it rendered and isolated, and then I can use it again with different backgrounds and whatnot. So there we go. There's Gary Beekler, and as the Doctor, and interesting outfit here. This big long coat that I don't know that's it's a cape practically, and then he's got this rather regular suit, and then of course, well, the shoes. Well, the Doctor's fashion sense was always a bit off, so it can never be quite good. The best suit, I thought, was Peter Capaldi's, but even that one, I mean, it seems like he finally gets it together, but not quite, but, you know. So here's... So this one, of course, is from the poster for, I believe, the Colossal Beast, or the War of the Colossal Beast. I forget, there was 2 of them they did. The bald guy with one of his eyes missing, so it looks like a skull. And normally he's holding this bus with people falling out of it and everything. And so at one point earlier on, Nerd Roddick reached 100,000 subscriptions. And so to celebrate it, I made this little thing and tweeted it. And so there he is holding the giant, 100K. And yeah, there's Gary. He's almighty with his prize. This is Jesse Milestone. I forget what the image was, which he... There's tons of reactions. And I can't remember if this is Lara Croft or one of... I don't know. The video game characters had her done up here. There's a tattoo, I think. Or no. This is the new one they did where she was supposed to be tougher and everything. And so she had these bandages and whatnot. So there's Jesse. Oh, I didn't realize the shoes were platforms. But the devastation of Hollywood in the background, and I added explosions. I also have files of the flames and explosions and whatnot, and you can use those. There's an actual nuclear explosion in the background. The actual beat up sign of the Hollywood sign is actually from the Resident Evil film. There's actually a scene where the character is flying her airplane over it, and I just took that out. And so there it is. Hollywood, pretty much as it really is, in a sorry state. And people who wish it weren't the case, like Jessie here, who will discuss it on her YouTube channel, fighting the good fight, but I don't know that Hollywood can be saved. Yeah. This one... during discovering what Discovery was all about, and I can't remember why it happened this way, but the idea, I think it was the Admiral that was busting Lorca's balls and whatnot. And someone mentioned it should have gotten Kathleen Kennedy to play her, so there's Kathleen as the Admiral from Star Trek Discovery. This is another one. Gary went on a vacation and actually got to go visit places in Europe and stuff, and so I thought it would be funny if he was done up in the stereotypical explorer outfit. There he is, and there's, what is it, the Parthenon, I believe. And, yeah, so there's another shot of Gary. This is for the Exile Zone, which is sort of Gary and Doomcocks tribute to Art Bell. Well, actually, it's the interest in paranormal stories and a lot of it to UFOs mostly. I think they delve into maybe some cryptozoology, and perhaps, I don't know about ghosts or whatnot, but a lot of that spins out of listening to those good old days of Art Bell doing his show, which was just fun. It's like, yeah, it's like ghost stories, you know, and I miss it. It's really gone. The new guy I wasn't too thrilled with. So anyway, there you go, the Abbey Road. So there's Gary, he's walking along. There's Doomcock in an astronaut suit. His little pal, Harvey Cthulhu, and yeah, an alien. Why not? Makes out the band here. And of course, this is another file I have. These flying saucers will appear quite a bit in different photoshops that do. And for good measure, the TARDIS appears. And, you know, why not? It's Britain. So, yeah, there you go. There's that one. This one, because of the reaction to what became of Doctor Who after Capaldi's time, was not well received. And a lot of people said, hey, wouldn't it be nice if it was all a dream? So, you're aging yourself if you understand the reference from Dallas, where this character of Bobby Ewing was killed off. And then they just realized their mistake and brought him back and just said, well, the previous season, it was an entire season, the guy's dead. Well, no, it was just his wife had a bad dream and she comes in and finds him in the shower. So here's Bobby Ewing with Bill still as a Cyberman, which is something I wish they would have done and kept her on, but not with the writing team they have, so it wouldn't have been utilized very well. But in her Cyberman form, I thought that would have been kind of cool. But anyway, there he is. He didn't regenerate. He discovers, oh, it was all just a bad dream. And, oh, look, Bobby Ewing is now part of the TARDIS team. This is Anna, that Star Wars girl. She recently did a cover for the Dynamite Entertainment Vampirella issue, and this is not it, obviously, but I put her face in the character of Vampirella. And since she's such a Star Wars fan, and certainly of Darth Vader, I put Darth Vader over Dracula. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but it's Anna, so of course Darth Vader should make an appearance. So there you go, Anna as Vampirella. This one, again, for my Nailsin ratings, this ended up becoming kind of the symbol with the crime scene, because the era of entertainment is not doing well as far as quality of product and what have you. And here's some of the suspects that's dragged it down very low. So there's Damon Lindelof with his idiot take on that this is a dog whistle for white supremacists, and he wrote that in to his god-awful Watchmen series. There's his Ozymandias. This is, of course, Kylo Ren. It's actually, I think, a Halloween costume version of it, because I just thought it looked rather drab. And not as impressive. And so there's JJ, like, oh, what's the next franchise I'll take over? Well, it's going to be Superman, apparently. And then, of course, there's Alex Kurtzman, who's destroyed Star Trek. So there you go. There you go. There's those guys hanging out at Hollywood with, yes, it is a ongoing crime scene. Do not cross. Oh, I can't remember why, but someone suggested someone should put Jodie Whittaker's face on the bad album cover that Michael Jackson did. So there's Bad Dr. Woke. I can't remember who said it. I don't remember what the context of it all was, but there you go. That's a better costume than the one she's got. so there you go, Dr. Woke. There's Gary as Batman. Gary, we know it's you. So it's putting up like a banner if you wanted to for Nerd Roddick, and there you go. This is Josiah from Josiah Rises. I can't remember why I did him as Batman. This is some time ago. This is this sort of weird video game skin, I believe, of the Adam West Batman, but all buff and stuff. And I just grabbed some city background, and there you go. He's Batman, but you got to wear the mask there, Josiah. It doesn't work without the mask. And then speaking of Bat people, with the recent Oops, I messed up. Ruby Rose leaving the role, apparently not of her free will, but gee, we need a replacement, and well, why not Mecha Random? Yes, there she is as Batwoman. You might as well, although considering what their plans are going to be, if the phone rings, Mecha, don't answer it, because they don't know what they're doing. Anyway. Boy, Batman everywhere, huh? So Az from Heels versus Babyface mentioned he really likes Batman, and you can tell by his room. And so I, of course, had to put him in the bat suit, and there he is, yeah, with his background, and it's rather nice, isn't it? Yes, I think so. This one I can't remember. What I guess they were gonna. This was a show with that. Oh, might have been the Inquisition. I can't remember exactly. But anyway, so there's Doomcock Robin. A Batwoman, I guess, was being discussed. I can't remember. The background is the old Adam West Batcave. The muscle-bound Adam West. Gary. Boy, Gary's been working out. And, of course, using his Roddick emblem instead of the bat there. So there you go. And of course, there was I missed a Doomcock's birthday, so of course, and this is an image I use a lot for people's birthdays. So it's just putting their head over a little baby. It's cute and rather nice. I think so. But I was late, so I said happy belated birthday and sent it to him. And I apparently wasn't late for Gary, so there you go. You see, baby Gary. For his birthday. So there you go. Another one for this on the bridge of the Enterprise in the movie version uniforms that they had. And this one turned out pretty good. I guess this is probably from a video game. I couldn't quite remember. I looked for bridge, artwork and backgrounds. And then the space thing wasn't all that impressive. I can't remember maybe it was just empty. I can't remember. But I just went ahead and added this nebula and whatnot in there to put him in deep space. So he's like, hey, welcome aboard, hang out, it's going to be great. And but don't touch the bat toys. Don't do that. And of course, the only saving grace for Star Wars, for Star Trek, is the parody of it, which is leaps and bounds superior to current Star Trek, that being the Orville. And, of course, Gary is quite the fan of it. He even got to meet some of the people involved in it. He went to a convention for it and even has a Orville toy to play with. Isn't that nice? Yes. Here he is, buffed again as Captain Marvel, the original Marvel Comics version of Captain Marvel, Marvel. All aglow, I forget why. Well, this is one of the files I kept to use during all the hubbub about the movie and whatnot. And of course, well, I guess this will be a good one to end on. I'll do another version later, but with the Captain Marvel thing, and it says, I knew Carol Danvers. She was a friend of mine. This fraud ain't no Carol Danvers. So there you go. Nerd Roddick, a frequent model for my YouTuber Photoshop. So I do hope you've enjoyed this little tour, and if you did, make mention of it, and I'll do more of other characters who have been depicted in my Photoshop fun.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening. Why not like and subscribe and check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores and have plenty of goodies for you. You know, hats, mugs, stickers, posters, all that goody stuff. Plus, you can head over to indieplanet.com and pick up a copy of my comic book Night Night. Oh, yeah. Plus, you can also catch my podcast, Mr Nailsin Show, over at RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos on my channel at BitChute. That's the Mr Nailsin channel on BitChute.com.